So the Reds have now used 24 players. The Cubs have used 12.
Yeah, expect to look up and see pitchers running in the outfield. Zarocco taking that at bat will probably be the catcher tomorrow. Hannigan has started the first 2 games of this series.
Billy Hamilton with 2 outs.
Shares a name with Hall of Famer sliding Billy Hamilton, who was a speed demon way back at the turn of the last century. The Hall of Famer stole 914 bases in his career. This version, there are 4 so far.
Better hurry. They do. Castro gets the out at first. Grimm goes 1-2-3. Cubs win 9-1. It took almost 4 hours to play, but another dominating performance. The Cubs pitching staff has allowed 1 run in the first 2 games of this series. Castillo, the offensive hero tonight, and a late birthday present. Edwin Jackson basically gave it to himself.
Yeah, outstanding performance. Early run support, and then he did the rest. One little crisis point there in the 5th inning with first and second, nobody out on the top of the order. We got a big double play ball to clean that up, and the Cubs just kind of took care of business from there.
I think I just heard correctly. 3 hours, 48 minutes from 21-396. So for JD and our entire crew, Len Casper from Great American Ballpark with your final score. The Cubs 9, the Reds 1. We're back on CSN on Friday from Pittsburgh. Cubs and Pirates game 2 of a 4-game series at 6 Central. Up next, Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post game live.
Welcome back to our Comcast Sportsnet studio. I know you were scoring every pitch of the game.
That was a great Red Sox-Yankees game right there.
Wow, that was something. Welcome back. Cubs post-game live in the on-deck circle, but afterwards, I hope you stick around for Sportsnet Central presented by GMC. Talks about a contract extension for Lou Aldeng with the Bulls. Well, they've hit a snag. Our insider, Agre Sam, joins us to tell us what's next for the 2-time All-Star.
And the Stanley Cup champion Blackhawks. They were honored at U.S. Cellular Field. And there's Anthem Singer doing his thing there. Find out what Corey Crawford has to say about the dreaded Stanley Cup hangover. And we'll introduce you to a Chicago boxer who is pulling double duty. You'll have to see it to believe it. That ahead on Sportsnet Central. But first, it's Cap. It's Holly on deck with another victorious edition of Cubs post-game live over Dusty Baker's boys.
If you want the best of baseball all season long, Xfinity from Comcast gives you the best seat in the house. With MLB Network, you get live games 4 nights a week, plus 24/7 insider coverage and live look-ins every night. This is MLB Network on Xfinity. This is awesome. Sign up for the Xfinity HD Preferred XF Triple Play with MLB Network, or ask about other bundles starting at only $99 a month for 12 months. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
$5 foot long, 85. $5 foot long.
Foot long nation retail.
choice. Right now at Subway, any regular footlong is a $5 footlong, all September long. Like the turkey breast, meatball marinara, and even the kickin' buffalo chicken. With tons of $5 footlongs, we need an entire month to celebrate.
Subway, eat fresh.
Refreshment. Grab a frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
I'm so excited. Can you believe we finally made it? I know, it's so cool here. Oh, hi. Hey, I'm almost there.
Okay, this is everything.
Right? I didn't get like everything packed, but no. What's decorated? Do more wall space too, right? Yeah.
Whether you're planning for college or banking between classes, we'll help more so you can worry less. BMO Harris Bank.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. AT&T, rethink possible. Xfinity Home, your total home security and home control solution. Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Audi, truth in engineering. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Good night for the boys in blue. Second straight night they beat up on Dusty's Reds, who are in a pennant race. 9-1 the final. This one belongs to the Cubs. Hello, welcome. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. He is Todd Hollingsworth. I'm David Kaplan. Edwin Jackson won. Reds won, and I mean in the series, the Reds have one run. Edwin has a one-run
solo homer in the upper deck. Oh my! It has been a lot of fun for Cubs. Cubs fans, you got to be digging this. This is September baseball at its best for us because of the circumstances. They're not good, but you try to find something in September. Wow! A lot of offense tonight. 4 homers. Wellington Castillo, 2 shots. Edwin Jackson, great pitching performance. Reds won. Wow! Talk about a letdown and being able to factor into who wins this division.
Dusty's got to be in his car heading home going, you've got to be kidding me. The offense was big tonight. Let's take a closer look at the pitching that Todd just talked about. For the second straight night, the Cubs get a stellar performance from their starter, Edwin Jackson, trying to avert his 16th loss of the season. He had his fastball early in the game. He was able to dot it with great location.
Oh, he was all over it. And taking it to the next level, that's what I thought there was going to be a little bit of a change in game plan tonight from Edwin Jackson. And really what it was is you saw more fastballs, and it was almost a commitment to it. He didn't get away from it. He get himself in some trouble, some runners on early in the ballgame. It wasn't plan B, trying to be too cute. He stayed aggressive with the fastball all night long, started to mix in the curveball, threw a couple early in counts to get ahead of hitters at the right time. It was just a fantastic performance. It was a commanding performance. It was a confident performance from Edwin Jackson. I know the lead sometimes will probably explain that, but for what Edwin Jackson has been this year, and it's been a tough conversation. Tonight might be the best of the bunch.
You know, I watched a few plays by Starlin Castro over the last few days. It just looks like he's more confident with his arm. He's got a big arm, but I never saw him gun guys out like he has the last couple days.
Well, it looks like they're playing with some conviction right now, and they've done a little bit of this on the road, maybe more so than at Wrigley Field this year, but they look like a team that's in a position to make some noise up against teams that are in this. I mean, that's where you're at right now. Guys are trying to save September, try to put some good numbers together, but they're getting early leads and they're making them stand up, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, September can be challenging. It can be exhausting, and I'm sure the players will tell you tonight this was a long game, a lot of pitches. But I'll say this, they didn't give it bats away. They actually had more walks than strikeouts in this game. And these are all key things that you're picking up on, because you don't want to see a team, regardless of their record, give back September because they're out of the race.
All right, Edwin Jackson was outstanding tonight. He not only did it on the bump, he also did it with his bat. But our Blue Cross Blue Shield Sports Authority play of the game. Well, that goes to Wellington Castillo, who brought his A game tonight, crushing a couple home runs. The first one still hasn't landed. Here's number 2. This one actually is Edwin Jackson, his home run, but the Wellington Castillo home run, that one's still going.
Oh, backside. Yeah, that's what you got to see. This is Edwin Jackson right here. This can be your Sports Authority play of the game. Great extension right there. And this is a little bit of a lesson to be learned. Kids at home, this is going to show you what big league baseball is all about. Well, that's Edwin Jackson. He's a pretty good athlete. But what do you see? 95 miles an hour down the middle of the plate. Edwin Jackson turns it around and pops it into the upper deck. That's what you like to see. But that's it. I mean, really, it's that simple. You're going to make mistakes out over the plate. I don't care how hard you throw. You'll pay the price.
All right, let's take a look at a recap of your keys to the game.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, second time through was really going to be the key for me, for Edwin Jackson in this ballgame. That's where he struggled. He gets through the lineup a lot of times. The first time through, doesn't struggle with the fastball. You see that confidence and it kind of builds. But I get concerned how he's going to adjust and what he is going to do that second time through the lineup. Basically, the third, fourth, and fifth innings. Tonight he was good. Got himself in some trouble. There was an inning there in the fourth inning where he got 3 pitches, all fastballs. First 2 runners get on. Starts getting the sinker down. What's he do to chew? The next time up, he throws a first pitch curveball, and then he breaks down the at-bat, ends up getting a comebacker to the mound, turns 2, and he's on his way. He's rolling. For that being the number 1 key in this one, Edwin Jackson, fantastic performance tonight, and he was good the second time through, even the third time through. So Murphy and Lake is the second key. I thought tonight, with them being in the 4 and 5 spots in the lineup, production had to be big. I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect this kind of offense. I certainly was hoping for some home runs, but your 2 hottest hitters being there, they were in the middle of the lineup. Actually, both had fantastic games. Junior Lake was great, and Donnie Murphy had the home run and the RBI double as well.
All right, time for a break here at Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Right back with a look at the box score. Big production, top to bottom tonight.
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and The North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, baseball, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
225, 45, R17. That's right? Set, hunt!
At Yokohama, pioneering technology to produce the best performing tires in the world is all part of our game plan.
Buy a set of 4 Yokohama tires now through October 13th at any participating discount tire store and get a Bears kickoff hoodie free. Visit yokohamatire.com for details.
Unbelievable. In our day, we didn't have U-verse high-speed internet.
Yeah, our babysitter didn't have a million ways to serve Mom up on a silver platter.
We had to count sheep to fall asleep.
And I always worried that I was creating an overcrowded sheep farm. In my head, never looked like that farmer took proper care of those sheep. Too much.
A little.
Connect all your Wi-Fi enabled devices with U-verse high-speed internet. Rethink possible.
Let's compare bundles with Dish Network and DirecTV. If you want the best in TV, phone, and internet, then Dish Network simply can't compete because DirecTV partners with the nation's leading providers to deliver a superior bundle for one low price. Combining some of the fastest internet speeds with the world's #1 TV service, DirecTV's bundles leave Dish in the dust. Another reason 30 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Pro Jersey Sports in Downers Grove, your outlet for authentic wear. Now, with double the space at our new location, Pro Jersey Sports has the largest selection of Chicago team wear anywhere. Get ready for each season with authentic wear from your favorite team. We have something for most any team, college or pro, plus throwback jerseys and autographed memorabilia. Pro Jersey Sports, you won't believe the selection or prices. Stop by our new location or visit us online. Pro Jersey Sports, 75th and Lamont in Downers Grove, your outlet for authentic wear.
Sports Talk Live, presented by Land Rover. Weeknights on Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, when you make net purchases of $20 or more, it shows your receipts. We'll do what they did for Lou Melgarejo, our director. Deposit $20 in your U.S. Bank checking or savings account. It's our special thank you for becoming a new credit card customer. Time now for our Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning. Who's hot and who's not so hot this season against the Reds? Who's hot? How about Matt Carpenter, guy smoking at 351, 8 extra base hits. Gene Segura, 339. Garrett Jones, 333 and 3 bombs. Who's icy cold? How about Daniel Descalso, 214. Aramis Ramirez, what do you want for $13 million? $182. Neil Walker, 211. Time now for the Subway winning box score. And this one, Marty Brenneman, belongs to the Cubs again. Great production from top to bottom. Cubs battered an array of Reds relievers all night long. Look at those numbers. Castro a couple, Darwin a hit, then 2 hits for Donnie Murphy, 2 for Junior Lake, 3 for Castillo with 2 bombs, home run for Murphy. Yeah, big night.
It was a lot of fun. You got Cingrani out of there, left with back spasms early in the ballgame, and so everybody had a crack at some of the guys in the bullpen that you don't typically see from the Reds, but that's just it. They made good on those at-bats, and they didn't give them away. That's what you applaud the Cubs for tonight. Yeah, we could pick out just about anybody. Wellington, Castillo, 2 home runs, but great at-bats top to bottom.
All right, we'll be right back at Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Unbelievable.
This is awesome.
Come on, really? I knew he was going to shank it.
I didn't shank it!
Seriously, what are we supposed to do with this?
What if I just,
Oh.
Come on, man.
No, don't do that. Sorry. He is really in there. That slime dripping off? It is.
Yep. That's nice.
Wouldn't it be great if every situation had helpful notes? That's why at Great Clips, we have Clip Notes. Notes that say exactly what you like. So don't just get a cut, get your hair cut. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
This is corporate headquarters. As you can see, I have a unique business. How do I compete with the big boys? I've got this fancy business address, a marketing department, distribution center, got a great team, even a cafeteria.
That's mine.
From packing and shipping to printing and mailbox services, come into the UPS store for everything a small business needs.
I love logistics.
Maybe I should get that.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Brian Urlacher?
I'm back to defend you from DirecTV's latest offer. With DirecTV, your bill more than doubles after a year.
Not cool.
And they lock you into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's why the smart play is Xfinity. With the X1 platform, your DVR can record 4 shows while you watch the game live. Go long. Don't get sacked by DirecTV. Oops. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Find big savings during the Menard Day sale. Replace your old tub with a new Whirlpool from Elger. The Cypress features 6 adjustable jets and fits into a standard size alcove, $369. The 2-person triangle features 3 contoured seating positions and 10 fully adjustable hydro jets, $699. All Delta bath faucets are on sale. The High Arc 2-handle Lewiston in a chrome finish is $69, and this classic single handle in a stainless steel finish is just $79.
Save big money at Menards.
There's so many things that we do on a daily basis.
We run errands, we run to the grocery store. In fact, the average American drives fewer than 29 miles a day. The 100% electric Nissan Leaf goes 2.5 times that on a single charge.
It's a car. It just doesn't take gas.
So think about where you go in a day. Do you really need gas to get there?
The 100% electric Nissan Leaf. Nissan. Innovation that excites. Now get a 2013 Nissan Leaf for $199 a month.
Time now for our UPS store taking care of business play of the game. How about Wellington Castillo hitting one all the way back to Illinois? I mean, this ball is absolutely murdered. 18th longest home run in the history of the Great American Ballpark.
A lot of fun. Wellington Castillo, you see the backside. That's really what's going on with him tonight, and you get to see it. Look at the extension. Look how he uses his backside, firm front side, keeps his weight back, and he's a big boy. He's stout. We'll be fair, and you get to see it, how much power he's got. You know what, really, to me, you know, we talk about the distance on that one, Cap. His second homer, that was eyeballs, 95 miles an hour that he hit out to center field. He's getting locked in like this. Talk about the growth of Wellington Castillo this year offensively. It's been a lot of fun. He's had a solid season and one of the bright spots on this team.
Yeah, Cubs now can look and go, we're pretty good at catcher.
Oh, confidence.
May not have Yadi Molina, but you got a good player.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back and wrap up Cubs postgame live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield, with a look at tomorrow's starters for the series finale.
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and the North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, baseball, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Unbelievable. In our day, we didn't have U-verse high-speed internet.
Yeah, our babysitter didn't have a million ways to serve Mom up on a silver platter.
We had to count sheep to fall asleep.
And I always worried that I was creating an overcrowded sheep farm. In my head, never looked like that farmer took proper care of those sheep. Too much.
A little.
Connect all your Wi-Fi enabled devices with U-verse high-speed internet. Rethink possible.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
225, 45, R17. That's right? Set, hunt!
At Yokohama, pioneering technology to produce the best performing tires in the world is all part of our game plan.
Buy a set of 4 Yokohama tires now through October 13th at any participating discount tire store and get a Bears kickoff hoodie free. Visit yokohamatire.com for details.
Whenever you want, wherever you go, your favorite shows are there.
How does that work?
With DirecTV Everywhere. We've added Showtime with shows like Dexter and Homeland, so you can watch the same shows you love at home.
That should be a good thing.
On your cell phone, tablet, or laptop.
Why not?
Catch up on previous seasons anytime, anywhere.
I'm in.
Plus, we're adding more of your favorites all the time. Start watching now at directv.com/everywhere.
At Valspar, we believe there's no feeling like having the perfect color. That's why we're committed to helping you find the one that's right. Introducing the Valspar Color Guarantee. If you don't like the color you buy, have another on us. Valspar. Find it at your local Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's game. It's Jeff Samardzija against Mike Leake. Cubbies can go for a sweep.
Oh, Cap, that's what I was just mulling over in my head. This is doable, Cubs fans. Think about the impact. I mean, this is something the Reds fans may talk about all of September. If they end up losing the division, they got off to a pretty good start against the Cardinals and the Dodgers. And here come the Cubbies looking to sweep. Jeff Samardzija, follow the roadmap. You've seen it. Edwin Jackson, Travis Wood, aggressive, executing their pitches, and don't get away from it. I mean, think about it, Cap. You mentioned it right there at the beginning, but Edwin Jackson won, Reds won. That's it. The Reds have come up with 1 run in this thing. And you know what? It's a quick turnaround. It's a day game tomorrow. Be aggressive. Bats are going to be tired. Reds are tired. Long game tonight. I expect Jeff to come out there with that fastball and be aggressive early.
Gotta be. That long hair's got to drive him crazy on a hot day, man.
Well, you will find out. But you know what? I love to see this. This is a great spot for Jeff to be in. I mean, because this is a, we talk about stepping on the throat right there. Your competition or big moments. This is what you want to see your ace do. Come into a game like this. You've got momentum. Edwin Jackson pitched a great game tonight. You got a lot of offense, a lot of different guys doing it. Wellington Castillo, 4 homers. Donnie Baseball went deep. But you know what? This is a great opportunity to get a win.
Good to work with you.
Yeah, you too.
See you later in the week. For Todd Hollingsworth, I'm David Kaplan. Thank you for watching Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Mark Shanowski and Chris Bowden are next.
Welcome into Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. Alongside Chris Bowden, I'm Mark Shanowski. Luol Deng's future with the Bulls now up in the air after talks on a contract extension break off. Our Bulls insider tells us what's next for the two-time All-Star.
After Sunday's win, the Bears now set their sights on tackling Adrian Peterson.
The Cubs break out the heavy lumber in Cincinnati.
Deep to left, Donnie Murphy. Gone!
Plus, a Hollywood story as this boxer pulls double duty.
I just like to give the fans a show.
We're throwing a strike on Sportsnet Central right now.
This is Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC.
We get things started with this developing story. Talks have broken off between the Bulls and Luol Deng's representatives about a possible contract extension. Deng will become an unrestricted free agent at the end of next season, and his salary demands might not fit with the team's long-term plan, since the Bulls' payroll is expected to exceed the luxury tax threshold for the second year in a row. And joining us now is our Bulls insider from CSNChicago.com, Agri Sam, who was the first to report this story. Agri, it's no secret the Bulls and Luol's representatives have been talking for a while. Why did they decide to stop talks now?
Well, obviously, Lou has been, traveling overseas all summer. So, there wasn't really a time to really get back together until recently. And while the Bulls were open at first to, talking about a long-term contract extension, as of right now, they decided to let's see until after next season, and Luol's representatives, are okay with him testing the waters of free agency.
I'm sure Luol's representatives look at a couple of the deals that were given out this summer to free agents like Andre Iguodala and Josh Smith and think that, hey, our guy's better than this. He should get more than what those players received. And the Bulls probably look at it as those were bad contracts. We shouldn't be held to those kind of numbers.
Without a doubt. I mean, Andre Iguodala, Josh Smith, good players, but Luol probably has a little bit more of a winning track record, more accolades for sure. He's a 2-time All-Star and has played, in a situation where, he's been, last year he was a leading scorer, and before that, the sidekick to Derrick Rose on very successful teams. So, his representatives are definitely smart to, let him to not sign a contract under market value and let him explore that market. And the Bulls, I can again see where they're coming from as well.
The other issue that gets kind of tricky is that when you look at the potential free agent class of 2014, there's a lot of outstanding small forwards, starting with LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony. You move down to Rudy Gay, Danny Granger, and of course Luol Deng. If LeBron and Carmelo decide to stay with their respective teams, Luol's price tag could shoot way up next summer.
Without a doubt. I mean, some of the teams right now that have a lot of cap space probably aren't the best situations, but, there's still a whole NBA season to be played, and Luol is the type of guy that if you're close to being a contender, he's the guy that puts you over the top, as a second option, third option, with his versatility, his defensive ability. So, yeah, Luol might be in a very favorable position if, the Carmelos and LeBrons and Rudy Gays of the world decide to stay with their current teams. And even if they don't, I still think he'll be a highly coveted guy on the market.
How well do you think he's going to be able to handle this uncertainty about his future with the Bulls? He's got a big season coming up, final year of his contract, and the Bulls have some high hopes thinking that they have a chance to win a championship this year. Do you think that's going to weigh on Luol throughout the season?
I think it's going to be a motivating factor, actually. I think Luol is going to use it as kind of fuel for a big season. I mean, you hear the cliche contract year. yes, it's that, but also with Derrick Rose back, he'll have a lot more of the offensive weight lifted off his shoulders. I mean, he didn't have a bad season last year by any means, but with Derrick back, he'll have a lot more freedom. Jimmy Butler has been emerging. Mike Dunleavy, I think, is a real underrated acquisition. So I expect Luol to have a really big season, and we know Tibbs doesn't like to take him out of games, so he'll have the opportunity at least to put up some shots and get some numbers this year.
That is our CSNChicago.com insider Agray Sam. Agray, enjoy the rest of your summer. Training camp starts in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's not much of a summer left, but I'll take it.
Now, before last season, the Bears had held Adrian Peterson below 100 yards rushing in 4 straight games, but then the MVP ran for 108 in a Bears win at Soldier Field in November and ran for 104 in the first quarter alone. In a loss 2 weeks later in the Twin Cities. The Bears wouldn't mind holding him Sunday to the kind of numbers he wound up in the Vikings opener in Detroit, 93 yards on 18 carries.
I think the biggest thing is to stop the run first and foremost. You know, they're going to give them the ball a lot. So if we can stop the run and force them to pass, I think we could be successful.
Getting guys to the ball. You can't really put your guys in a situation where you have a lot of one-on-one tackles. If you watch that guy play, he'll make the first guy miss, he'll run through tackles. So the more guys we can get to the ball, the better chance we have.
After holding AP below the century mark over those previous 4 games against them, Peterson, as I said, rushed for 108 and 154 in his 2 contests last season. At 108, roughly his career average against the Bears. In his very first game against the Bears 6 years ago, Peterson gashed them for 224 yards on 20 carries. Luckily, we haven't revisited
We don't want to see that kind of total
or anything close to it. We have more Bears coverage on the way. As long as the new tight end is as productive on the field as he is at press conferences, should be a pretty happy 4-year marriage. That's coming up later on Sportsnet Central.
In other NFL news, Lions defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh has been fined $100,000 for that illegal block on Vikings center John Sullivan last Sunday. In case you didn't know, players on both sides are not allowed to block below the waist after a change of possession, and Suh clearly does that. Now, by itself, the hit didn't warrant that type of fine, but given Suh's past history, the league decided to send a very strong message. And speaking of that history, here's a look at the fine Suh has accrued over his very brief NFL career. 4 times he's been penalized for illegal hits on quarterbacks, including the Bears' Jay Cutler. He was suspended for 2 games in 2011 for stomping on a Green Bay offensive lineman's head. And including today's fine, Suh has racked up a total of $117,500 in penalties. That'll hurt you just a little bit. We invite you at home to get interactive with the show on Twitter. Do you agree with the NFL's handling of the Ndamukong Suh situation? Tell us why. Remember to use the hashtag CSN Talk. We'll have some of your responses a little bit later in the show. And now to baseball. Cubs and Reds continuing their series at the Great American Ballpark tonight. Cincinnati began the evening just 2 games behind first place St. Louis in the National League Central race, and they had a Chicago area native, Tony Cingrani, going on the mound. The 24-year-old lefty is having a very good rookie season, 7-3 with a 2.80 earned run average at the start of tonight's action, but that would go up. We pick it up in the top of the 2nd inning. Cingrani in a jam, runner on 3rd, Wellington Castillo at the dish, and that one's not coming back. Castillo takes him into the upper deck, his 5th home run of the season. Cubs out in front early, 2-zip. Cingrani would last just 1 more batter. He left after suffering back spasms. It was just his 2nd start since coming off the disabled list. Greg Reynolds relieves Cingrani, but he provides little relief. In the 3rd, Donnie Murphy, 2-run blast to left. Donnie Baseball's 7th round tripper of the season.
The legend continues.
4-0. He's like Babe Ruth up there. 7's wild now. Top of the 7th, Cubs leading 7-0. Castillo at the dish, and he's going deep again. Off of Curtis Parch, Billy Hamilton. He's got speed, but he can't bring that one back. Cubs just keep adding on, and they're not done just yet. Edwin Jackson doing well on the mound, also with the bat.
That ball crushed to deep left. Edwin Jackson has gone deep.
The Cubs just pouring it on against Dusty's boys. They win it going away. 9-1 is your final. 4 home runs in all against Cincinnati pitching. Castillo enjoying the first 2-homer game of his big league career. Wellington had 3 hits overall, while Murphy, Junior Lake, and Starlin Castro each had 2 to lead a high-powered offense. 13 hits total. Edwin Jackson pitched 7 solid innings to earn the victory, improving his record to 8-15.
Ski, did you say Edwin Jackson?
I did mention Edwin Jackson.
Well, that leads us perfectly into our GMC professional grade player. It's EJ, a day after his birthday. As Ski mentioned, 9 hits over 7 innings, just 1 earned, striking out 4, crushed that home run. He had been winless in his last 6 starts. That is now over after the big victory tonight. We have more baseball ahead on Sportsnet Central, including Sox rookie Eric Johnson after a rough debut last week in the Big Apple. How would the big righty fare tonight in his home debut against the Tigers? And the Stanley Cup champion Blackhawks were honored before tonight's White Sox game. Find out why they plan to embrace that so-called Stanley Cup hangover.
Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere. It's in the state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Now get 0% financing for 60 months on a 2013 GMC Terrain. Plus, get 1 year of SiriusXM, including every NFL game.
Xfinity presents.
It's September 14th, and the world has stopped for the one event. Mayweather versus Canelo. The unbeaten pound-for-pound king. The undefeated Mexican superstar. Who is the one? Mayweather versus Canelo.
Order the fight and get 3 months of showtime at no cost. Go to Xfinity.com/boxing.
Hey, don't talk about clap. That's the thing. Oh my God. Put on the one. I'll take them right there. Wait, what? You gotta be kidding me. This guy? It's the beer. It's the beer. The beer. It is the beer.
BHB MVP. You can't go home without it.
It took 6 months to perfect the prototype. 1 night to test an idea. 2 weeks to get the color palette. And 5 weeks to get the first 4-star review. All told, it took 2 years to bring your dream to life. So why wouldn't you take 20 minutes to make your business better? Call us. If we can't offer you faster speed or better savings on your current internet or phone service, we'll give you $150 for your time. Get your Comcast Business 20-minute advantage today.
You can choose to blend in. Or you can choose to blend out. The all-new 2014 Lexus IS. It's your move. Lease the all-wheel drive 2014 IS 250 for $349 a month for 27 months. See your Lexus dealer.
We are back on Sportsnet Central with the White Sox and Tigers. Eric Johnson making his first career start at U.S. Cellular Field.
45, Bobby Jenks.
It was. Corey Crawford, what do you think about his form?
That looked pretty good.
Just a little high, but he got it there.
That's okay. As long as he can stop some pucks, that's all we do.
That's all we care about. Blackhawks night at U.S. Cellular Field turned out to be a rough start, though, for Eric Johnson. Defense didn't help him out. Connor Gillespie fields the soft chopper, throws it away. Andy Dirk scores, one of 3 Gillespie errors on the day. Tigers without a sac fly and lead it 2-zip. Top of the third, Prince Fielder at the plate, line shot. That gets out in a hurry. Number 23 on the season for the big man. 3-0 in favor of the visitors. Still in the same inning, 2-on-2 outs for Omar Infante. Chopper to third. This time Gillespie bobbles it, makes the throw, but Paul Konerko inexplicably drops the ball. Everybody's safe on the error. So the bases are loaded. Alex Avila, base hit to center. That will bring home 2. Detroit's lead is now 5-0. 4 of those runs are unearned. Top of the 4th inning now, same score, runner aboard for the Prince, and he singles to center, shatters his bat there. Austin Jackson come on home.
Nails the ump.
And check out second base umpire Manny Gonzalez. He has to do some acrobatics to judge the lumber there. Good reflexes by the man in blue, but the White Sox just a long night. Their winning streak ends at 2. They fall to the Tigers 9-1. Miserable night for the Sox defense. 4 errors overall. As I mentioned, 3 of them by the third baseman Connor Gillespie. As for Eric Johnson, charged with 6 runs over 3 2/3, but because of the errors, only 2 of them were earned. Here's the Sox top pitching